having great conversations, and it's about that time for coffee with the stars. And I do have a star in the building. I do have Kohen. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How are you
Welcome to
doing?
the Morning Glory.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you
doing
so
all right.
much
You
for
know,
having me.
you asked me how I am earlier, and I told you I never think about it.
And I was so surprised because I'm the kind of person who, I mean, that's reality check for me. That's the first thing I ask myself. Hey, how are we doing?
Every
Are
single
we,
morning?
are we good? Yeah.
Wow.
Because if we're not good, then we remedy it.
We need to
I
get
don't want to
good.
carry all that negative energy throughout the day. It's too
I
heavy.
never know. I guess it's because I'm like, well, if it's there, it's gonna stay until evening. I'm good. I'm gonna have a good time. But welcome to Tidle Radio. Well, so happy to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and it's no surprise you're definitely a talent. And of course, everybody listening just wants to get to know you. You're one of those guys that has done music that has. Well, I have known you for a while, yeah. So I
Wow.
can say we have loved your music, but we want to get to know who you are as a person, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
please. So what's up? What's popping? Tell me about yourself.
Okay, my name is Kohen Jaycee. You already know. Been doing this music thing for a couple of years now. Two EPs in. Dropped Winner Chapter 1 in late 2019, November 15th.
Wow.
And then I dropped Winner Chapter 2 last year, November 15th still.
That's a year later, 2 years later.
Yeah, 2 years
Wow.
apart.
Why did
Still-
you wait that long though?
Well, when chapter 1 was really so good, like it did so great, it surpassed a couple of expectations. So
Yeah.
we had to do a little bit of promotion, shoot a couple of videos, and I mean, Not Letting Go was still running the charts.
Yeah.
So
Personal favorites.
doing a follow up was it felt a bit too rushed.
So hold up, you did No Letting Go and then Winner Chapter 1.
Yeah, Not Letting Go was the first single.
What?
It was the first single of Winner Chapter 1.
Oh, wow.
So we dropped it 4 months earlier,
Yeah.
and then November 15th,
Yeah.
we dropped Chapter 1,
Wow.
2019, and then 2020 lockdown, everything happened.
Yeah.
It slowed down the process
Mm.
a little bit, but we kept working, kept growing, me and the squad. I was working on Chapter 2 meanwhile, and then lockdown was lifted.
Yeah.
We started performing, started doing gigs here and there, and Chapter 2 came in. We started doing more gigs, and yeah, it's been an amazing journey so far.
You make it seem like it was so easy because I suppose Winner Chapter 1 was like the first project ever, yeah?
Yeah, it was
First
my
project
first
ever.
EP.
And before you even release the second EP, you're already performing and being called to these shows, yeah?
Yeah.
How did you achieve that?
Well, first and foremost, I had an amazing team. I won't lie. I
Okay.
can't say I did all this stuff alone. I had an amazing team. I had amazing friends who were helping me push the project.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bantu Vibes.
Wow.
Shout out to my management, my team.
How did you choose your team? When I talk to young artists, none of them has a team. It's more like I do solo, I write solo, I do everything for myself. But we know also that also puts a strain on how far you can go, yeah? Especially promotion and all the things you have to do for your music, yeah?
Sure.
So how did you put your team together? Is it a couple of friends or just professionals?
Well, ideally, I like to work with my friends,
Okay.
but at the end of the day, it's business. Like, you have to understand that. As much as we're friends, you have to understand that this is my life. This is going to be our life.
Did they have to qualify? We are talking about the Uganda Airlines chick. But did they have to qualify or they just, the vibes?
Well, a little bit of both.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, work without play is no work at all.
Yeah.
You have to know exactly what to do because I take time to educate myself. I'm putting out quality product.
Yeah.
So I wanted it to reach as many people, the right way. So even the friends that I was working with, we take time and educate ourselves. It's not just about, I want to be, your manager, I want to be on your marketing team, I want to be on your tour and travel team. It's not just that. I mean, what value are you adding?
Yeah.
And if you don't know something, are you doing enough to educate yourself so that we can do this thing better? And for me, that's one of the driving factors. That's one of the things that I look out for the most.
Okay.
Their willingness to learn,
Yeah.
because it's an ever-changing industry.
Yeah, true.
And also how much you're willing to apply yourself for the cause. So shout out to everyone in my team. I love you guys.
Wow. So you do have a manager, right?
Yes, I do.
Do
I
you-
have 3 actually.
3 managers?
Yeah.
No label or label?
I'm an independent artist. I have my own record label.
Okay.
It's called Ninyoe Music Africa.
Oh yeah, Ninyoe.
Yes.
So you're Mnyankole.
I'm a Minyoro.
A Minyoro. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. You know, when I saw it, I thought actually it was the label you are signed to, not the one that you do own. So are you the only artist in your label?
Currently, yes. I'm the
Okay.
only artist signed to my label. But we have an arm called Ninyoe Play,
Okay.
which offers label services
Okay.
to independent artists.
But how does Bantu Vibes get into your entire career? Because now I see there's Ninyoe, there's you, there's a team. How does Bantu Vibes come through?
Like Bantu Vibes is like the place I call home.
Okay.
Bantu Vibes is not a record label. Bantu
Yeah.
Vibes is a family. It's a collective of amazing artists,
Yeah.
producers, painters, graphics designers, fashion, basically anyone who is willing to express themselves.
Yeah.
And the slogan for Bantu Vibes is freedom through expression.
Okay.
So we are a group of very many artists.
You know, people may not understand when we talk about Bantu Vibes. Please just give us a small capella of your biggest hits.
6 in the morning and she tipping over.
Mm-mm.
Tipping over. Tipping over. She
Yeah.
be screaming, rude boy, when I'm hitting that.
Share.
Hitting that.
Mm.
Hitting that. I go make a tip.
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 Oh yeah,
Tip.
that's the song.
Tip.
You know, when it
Tip.
came out,
Tip.
we actually didn't know who sang that song, and it was just, it caught us by surprise. But this is a group of creative guys, yo. So there's a
Yeah.
whole lot of talent in there.
There's a whole lot of talent. There's Conrad, there's Chef Barry, there's
Yeah.
Denisi, there's Akine. Akine has been here a couple of times.
Yeah.
There's Liko Banji, Axon.
Oh,
Yo.
Liko Banji is an artist.
Yeah, she is an
I don't
artist.
know
as
how
well.
they-
You have not listened to her music?
I have not. I probably need to.
I need to put you on. Like,
But
she's such an amazing artist.
Wow, she's rapper or singer.
She's a singer. She has an amazing voice. She's a
Wonderful, wonderful.
vocalist.
So Bantu Vibes has all singers and rappers and everyone.
It's just a mix of talented guys who have the same vision. Like, we just want to grow.
Yeah.
We just want to promote ourselves. We just want to express ourselves.
You know, you speak of talent. I must say you're an extremely talented person.
Thank
and
you.
Uganda is extremely hungry for talent. I say this almost on every interview because the fact is we are extremely hungry. But how come people like Kohen Jaycee, who are extremely talented, don't get, to the... I'm just going to talk about the peak that they actually deserve.
Well, I'm gonna speak from my perspective.
Yes.
I feel like it comes from a point of lack of knowledge.
Okay.
And this does not only fall to the people who are consuming, but it also falls to us, as urban artists.
Yeah.
The music industry as a whole, the way it operates, it feeds off things like showbiz.
Yeah.
People have to see you. People have to see what you're doing. You have to be everywhere in people's faces. And for a couple of urban artists, that has been a challenge.
Yeah.
Because of
Issues like money.
yeah, there's things
what
like
came to my mind.
money. Then there's also the type of showbiz that Uganda consumes.
Oh yeah.
It's not the kind of showbiz that our type of artists want to put out there.
I was about to ask, why don't you play the game? I mean, it's a game you already know, and you want to get out there and have people listen to your music. Why not play the game?
Well, for me, I would like to control my narrative, like really, really great. I mean, 5 years from now, if you Google the name Kohen Jaycee, like I want to like what I read. It's not just about what I'm doing right now. For me, home is a destination. It's where I'm going. When I'm home, I want to look back and it was a good journey. I don't want to be in fights, in wrangles, I know it's inevitable.
Oh yeah. Is it inevitable though? But let's go ahead and Jason exactly what he wants. Let's get straight into your music. Yeah, I want to understand what your journey has been like ever since you started, doing music. Yeah,
yes.
I know you've had challenges as an urban singer. Yeah, have you had any support from any already famous artists?
Yeah. It's even crazy. It's humbling sometimes.
Yeah.
I just got cosigns from Maurice Kiria, who I have looked up to for like the longest time. When I started doing this music thing, he's one of the people I wanted to work with, and it actually came true. We got into studio and we recorded an amazing song. I don't know when the world is going to hear this, but we recorded an amazing song.
We are definitely now going to wait for that.
I got to work with John Black. You know,
Okay.
I've met Alan Tonix, who is another inspiration. We performed together at Chama Nation.
So it's definitely been a good ride.
It's a good ride.
Well, what do you think you're going to be like in 2 years from now? Okay, let's talk about 5-3 because two seems...
Well, undoubtedly, I want to be the biggest artist. Not in a sense of music, but I want to be an artist. I want to be like a creative, because I'm very passionate about fashion. I love shoes. You know, I love urban design. I love urban wear. I'm also pro-African, so I want to spread my wings. You know, as much as this music thing, I want to top all the charts, but I also want to venture into a couple of things, a couple of investments, I would say. So there's a lot of projects under Ninyowe. There's Ninyowe Apparel. There's Alkebulani. There's a lot of stuff that we're trying to prepare and roll out. So it's going to be an exciting run.
Where do you draw inspiration?
I'm inspired by everything around me and everything within me.
Okay, you know, we always have idols. When we were growing up, we had idols,
Radio.
Oh, that's definitely wonderful. You should probably do like a cover and honor him. Something like that.
Julina is you know, he has a song called, they had a song called Julina with I think General Ola. Everywhere I go, my name
So that's like one way for you to honor him. Well, before we get to Julina, which I always mistake for Juliana, so
an honest mistake.
An honest mistake. And I always ask myself, why didn't you choose Juliana? Why Juliana? Because Juliana is not an unusual name.
First and foremost, that's why. It's not a usual name. It's not a common name. Other than the fact that everyone was throwing shade at artists for using girls' names all the time. Everyone had exhausted Caro. Everyone had exhausted Diana.
Sheila, though. Olive. I don't know a song called Olive.
I'll make one. I'll write one.
And that's a promise. But anyway, we want to get to know so much more about Kohen Jaycee. Yeah, we want to get to know so much more about him. But for now, before we get to talk about, you know, Julina, how it came about, and, you know, a whole lot of things, you know, to get to know you, let's first listen to one of my personal favorites. Now, let's go coming through from Kohen Jaycee. Give it Tidle Radio.